Hi, it's January 30th, 2022. Um, so I went to a party last night, which a friend of mine was leaving town, and or he is leaving town, and this is a guy I know from the casino, but he's also the guy who like introduced me to the improv class and some other like groups and people, and um, so I like knew like probably over half the people at this party, or at least I recognized. So that was kind of neat, kind of interesting to like be at a social setting like around like a bunch of people that I somewhat know or I'm acquainted with, if not friendly with, and I got to meet some new people too. A couple really interesting people there. And I got to get to know a couple of people better than I've known them as acquaintances. So it was definitely it was everything that I kind of support as far as like human discourse and gatherings of people. And there were, I don't know how many people were over there. There might have been 40 people there at the peak, and no one. I think maybe one person might have been masked. Um, and yeah, diverse group from like different areas of life that I've like encountered people. So that was, in a way, it was cool, but it was also kind of sad. Like there was also like, I think for me, in a way, it kind of seemed like almost like an ending, like a goodbye, and a goodbye more than just like my one friend who's leaving to Florida, but also like the casino people. Like I don't really go there anymore because I can't really do that anymore. Um, and just some other people that like he had like a couple other friends like who go to the improv class with him that I think probably wouldn't go without him. So I expect I probably won't see those people again. And I had some good conversations. I also I always like second guess myself and like think about like, oh, like what, like did I misrepresent this, or like did I not say this the right way? Like I had one person there I was talking to from the casino, and like she brought up something. So her boyfriend plays at the casino, and we've talked a bit, and we've talked about some stuff, and she brought up some of the stuff we had talked about, but like I think like I had been like referring to like the past, and she was thinking this was a present thing, and then I ended up talking about something completely different, which I think maybe made her think that like what I had said to him wasn't right. But and then I never really got a chance to clarify that, and then she left, and this is one of those people who I'm like, well, I don't know when or if I'll ever see this person again. Like, I shouldn't say that. I'm sure at some point I will go to the casino. Like, it's not like I'm on a lifetime ban here, and I got it's just I got the kids right now, and um, that I don't know when that is gonna change, and when I might have that opportunity. So it's all right. Um, I talked with like I don't know, something about, I kind of find parties annoying sometimes because it's like I'll be talking to someone, and like it'll be an interesting conversation, but then like it'll get interrupted because either someone else will walk up, or like I gotta like go get a drink or go to the bathroom, or they gotta, or and then like you never like get back into like whatever that conversation was, is just kind of left hanging. And also like I was pretty tired, we'll say, and like I might have lost track of a couple of conversations. So it's what it was. I talked with one guy who seemed like he definitely had done a lot of research into physics and um, just the physical laws of the universe, and I think it's fair to say there were a couple people there on LSD, and I ended up having a conversation. He was one of them. We ended up having a good conversation, and I mean, he freaked out at one point and walked out of the room, but then we were chill again later on, so that was cool. And you know what? I gave away like 7 or 8 books. Like, I had a backpack with like 8 of them, and they were all gone by the end of the night. So I gave away quite a few books, and maybe some of the people I gave them away to will find this website, find this video, and if you're someone there who wants to follow up, like reads my book and wants to talk, I mean, feel free to reach out. Like, I think I've still got my email address on my website, and I've got a contact me feature through there. So if you want to get in touch, and if you're local, you want to finish up, if we like started conversing, like, it's tough because there were so many people, like there were a lot of good conversations, and like I think it was nice giving away my book, because I feel like when I give my book away, it's like it's got my website in there, and so they can actually get in touch if they want to personally. And I think it's good to have connections. I also might have made a tax client. One person I was talking to, she's trying to file a couple of returns for someone who's in prison and with a power of attorney, and I don't know. I might be able to help with that. With our company might be able to help with that. So I gave her my number so she can follow up. Yeah, but I guess like it was funny because it was like it was nice, but it was also like, man, like I wish this kind of thing happened every day. Like, like all these people being together, and like, now my friends leaving town, and it's like, I don't know if I'll ever like go to anything like that again. Like, I mean, I imagine someday I will, but like I don't have a big social network, and like I feel like a lot of people don't throw that kind of thing anyway. At least, I don't know, whatever. But had some good chats. I mean, my friend Sean, I hadn't seen him in quite a long time. Hadn't talked with him, and we used to talk quite a bit, and we had a good chat. People from the improv class, and like some of the people who like don't even show up that regularly to the improv were there. And I try to encourage everyone to come back, because it's like, it's fun, but whatever. I mean, some people, I think it's just a once in a while thing, but not like an every week thing. And then some of us, we're just like for me, that's like the entirety of like my social life right now. Like, I don't even like, yeah, like that's like the one night I like go out and socialize with people, like adults, to like any extent. Like, other than that, it's like I'm hanging out with my kids or hanging out at the office at work on my own. So yeah, sometimes I think about like it would be nice to be like free to like, I don't know, but we got the responsibilities we've got, and I think I'm making smart decisions for my future, and for my kids' future. And I think that's the most important thing. Having the stability. There's a lot. There were a lot of things that came up last night that are on my list. Things that I want to work on: an audio book. I got a poetry book in the works. I got my second edition I want to get done, but it's just a big thing. It's just a lot. But I'm glad I got the first edition out, and I'm glad I got to see some of the people I did who I would never normally see, especially people from the casino who who knows when I'll be back there, that I was able to give a couple books away to those people. So yeah, I guess I was kind of left feeling with a melancholy at the end. There's I don't know, there's stuff that I feel like I can't really talk about on here, that I can't really be honest and open about, because I think there's a lot of people who just don't want to hear that kind of thing and who will be judgmental. And I guess I would just say that sometimes you get glimpses of something better, and it kind of serves of this reminder of that better exists. Sometimes just going through the daily routine of life, it's you can start enjoying the moment and not worrying about stuff, because it's you're not thinking about how much better things could be. You're just living in the moment and making the most of your time. But once in a while, something will remind you of well, we could be doing this with our time. We could be living in a free fucking world, But I think it's important to separate temporary pleasures from heaven. Heaven isn't some temporary bullshit. Heaven is real fucking joy. Real lasting joy. It's a big deal. It's not a little deal. It's not a back of the envelope type of deal. It's the real deal. And I guess I got sometimes someone will do something that gives you this impression that they want something, and then it's you give them this opportunity to take it, and they don't, and you're just kind of left wondering what was that? Was that just contrived? Was it just fake? What was it, And I guess that's a tough feeling to process. I guess men seem to have a hard time understanding when a woman's being friendly and when she's interested. And we're really in the dark. We really can't say with any kind of certainty that we know until it comes out of your mouth. And typically it seems like nothing ever comes out of their mouths. So people are just left not understanding, not knowing, is it something I'm doing wrong? Is it something that just doesn't even exist, that you just have created this idea that this thing could exist that can't actually exist? Or is it real? Is it real and just something that cannot be explored or acknowledged or mentioned because of the social stigma, because of the contracts that are in place? I don't know, but I did struggle with that with a particular individual yesterday. I'm not going to say who that is. But this is someone who, in another scene outside of here, gave me a really strong impression one time. And I don't know. There were other people there who I've had interesting relationships with that just seemed to once be friendly and no longer to be. For whatever reason, you know. There were people there who I don't like. There were a couple people there who I just don't care for, who I feel have always been disrespectful, who have never been kind, who have bullied me, and haven't been good people. I won't say who those people are either. But I am not here on a mission of like trying to hurt people. I don't care to do that. It doesn't really matter to me. What someone else is fucking hurting. Maybe to them, maybe it matters. Like, maybe it matters in a couple ways. Maybe it matters because they don't want that feeling of being hurt, but maybe it also matters in a big picture in that it's necessary for them to heal. But from my perspective, I don't care about either of those factors because I don't care to hurt them for the sake of punishing them, because that's just not the person I am. And I'm not looking to get my jollies trying to hurt someone else. I don't believe that's an effective way to achieve jollies. And I also don't really care about these people and whether they find fucking joy. Because they've done nothing to earn that from me. I've given my book to the world, and anyone who wants to read it is free to fucking read it. So I've given you a fucking gift, even if you're a person I don't give a shit about. It got real late and I left. Even though it might have been fun to hang out longer. I mean, it was after 1. And I'm just not a night owl, man. Plus, I was real tired. Plus, like, a lot of the people I would have wanted to, like, chill and hang out with had left. I mean, there were some people there who were, I think I still could have, like, hung out with and, like, chatted with, and it would have been cool, but, like, it was getting late. So that was that, man. Social event, dude. Good for me, man. Well done. Well, I finally got a text back. Dude, people are fucking weird, man. Like this chick who I always message on fucking Twitter. Like I messaged her like 6 hours ago, and then she like has done all this activity on Twitter since. So I just assumed she's gonna like blow me off. But then she just like replied. Like, how fucking weird. Like, what order do you do things in your life? Like, I mean, maybe at that time, maybe when it came through, she didn't have anything to say about it, and then she just got bored later on, so she was, like, reading her shit, and she's like, man, maybe that's it. Well, I don't want to fucking keep you guys too long. I was just getting some thoughts out, because I felt like I definitely did have some strong emotions and stuff going on with relation to this thing. And, you know, another part of this is, like the casino people in particular. Like, I feel like I'm actually, like, very, very misunderstood by the people at the casino. Like, I've sent a couple people notes for a couple reasons. So, okay, there was one chick who I basically asked out, but who had a boyfriend. But the deal was that she had said something that made me think that they might be open to like seeing other people, and that was why I did that. And I made that clear in my note that like if that wasn't a thing, then fucking forget about it. My bad. But you know, I've never like I'm not interested in like being with someone who's with someone else who like is in a committed deal with them. And you know, I'm not trying to step on people's toes. And then that was combined with there was another one where I actually sent a letter to her, to a different chick's boyfriend, to say that I was interested in her in a particular way. And the reason I did that was because I had received information from a third party that that whole thing that had been going on hadn't just been in my head, and it seemed like a situation that something needed to be done, some action needed to be taken. This was a guy I considered a friend, and I didn't want to step on his toes, so I sent him that fucking letter. And if people got a problem with that, it's because they don't understand me. It's because they don't understand my motives and what a fucking kindness I was trying to do for them. And it's really that fucking simple. So if you got a fucking problem with me, you probably need to open up your fucking mouth and say something, and not just be a passive-aggressive little bitch hiding under a fucking rock like a little pathetic fucking bitch. And I really fucking do mean that. And, you know, talking behind someone's back is about the most pathetic fucking thing a human being can do. So if anyone's done that, I just want to let you know that. Um, as far as that goes. And I don't know how far that spread or what people's impression of that has been, but there's certain people I've just gotten this fucking vibe from, and I really don't think it's fucking justified, because I really think I've actually been a really fucking good guy with regard to that whole fucking situation, and I've sacrificed a whole fucking lot for your fucking sake. So you really ought to be fucking thanking me. But anyway, a lot of stuff comes up, I guess, when you're with a bunch of people that you've been around a whole bunch, but not for a while, and all this crazy shit's gone down. Talked to this guy, Frank, who I don't know him that well, but I played poker with him a bit, and he's dating a chick who, or I assume they're still dating, maybe they're married now, who fucking knows, but I've been pretty friendly with her over the years, and I had a good chat with him. I mean, it sounded like he's, I don't know. I talked to a lot about my book basically, and I think it was a lot of stuff that maybe wasn't like, I think my book to begin with is like a lot of new concepts that like a lot of people don't talk about that much, but then I think him in particular, like he said, like he hadn't really been into politics until more recently. He had started kind of taking more of an interest, and I don't know what he'll think. Hopefully he'll like it, and you know, there is some shit I write at the end of that book, man, and you know, a lot of that's conjecture, and like I don't know. It would make sense, like the stuff with the angels and all that. I mean, it's all conjecture, but it would kind of make sense, and it'll be interesting to see if any of what I conjecture kind of comes to pass as reality or represents reality. I think that would be really cool. But I gotta be honest on here, man, because I feel like so often I really can't be honest in a lot of situations, and like there's always this fucking filter, you know. Um, and you know, depending who I'm with, the filter changes. So when I'm doing one of these videos, it's kind of everyone, so it's like maximum fucking filter. Um, like what else? Like I randomly started talking to some chicks. Like here was another thing that happened. Like this one chick I knew, like showed up, but I think she like showed up with some dude who like wasn't the person that I think was introduced to me as her boyfriend a few weeks ago. But then like maybe that dude was there too. Plus I like don't remember faces out well, and like so I didn't really know like and then in my mind like I was sitting at this table, like, and I don't know like what the relationships between these people are, and it got kind of weird, like you never know, like if you're like placing a like stake on like someone or a claim on someone else's like deal, you know. And I mean, some people like you talk to them and then they just don't really have much to say. Like they seem friendly, but they're like they just don't add much. Fuck, dude. You know, it's nice that I keep this anonymous because it's like everyone's gonna be like, "Well, I wonder who that was. Was that me? Was that?" This is fun, you know. Do we need more of this? But how are we gonna get more? Our buddy moved out of town, and he's the one who linked us all together, right? I mean, he's the one who invites everyone to the improv classes and the fucking 9/11 meetings and all the other bullshit. It's like, but he has a lot more fucking time to do that than some of us too. So I don't know. All right, we're at half an hour, so I'm gonna let it go. Bye.